today I'm going to show you how I'm putting together my planner for next year. So I am actually going to be laminating this page to put as my front cover. So I'm going to set that aside. Now, in planning the process of putting together my planner, I went shopping. So one thing about my planner from last year is, first off, you can tell this cover is not the cover it started off with, and this one isn't either. So this cover I got by laminating some cardstock from Staples, or at Staples I should say, and I believe I laminated it with either 7mm or 10mm pouches, I don't remember, but he cut, the person at Staples cut so close to the edges here that it started to fray and is soon going to just split and kind of split in two, because it's two pages that are not glued together, they're just two separate pages that are being held together by the laminating sheet. So I got this printed, I punched the holes myself and slit the holes so that I can insert it into my spiral bound planner. But again, this is definitely showing some wear and tear. My pages were not being protected and I had some issues with that. And so I went ahead and purchased an Erin Condren cover that luckily fit perfectly with the spiral, the coil binding that I had on my planner. So I went with that for last year, which is great. But something that I didn't like is that this planner is getting pretty thick. I know compared to other teachers, this isn't very thick at all. But for me, it's getting heavy. Like, I started using a lot of washi tape on my planner and stickers, and this is just getting very massive. I honestly don't look at much of any of the pages from July to December, since that was from first semester. I really don't look at them very much. And then also for my notes section, I was so afraid of running out of pages that I keep like saving pages and not using them. But I feel like at the end of the year, I'm just gonna have all these pages left over, which is silly because I was afraid of losing or running out of pages that I didn't use them, and then to not use them kind of defeats the purpose of having them. So I decided that this year I am going to go with an arc bound system so that I can take out the pages I'm not using and then I can add more as I go so I don't have to worry about running out. So my first thought was, one, I've seen this cover before from this year and I just love it so much. This is from the Me and My Big Ideas Happy Planner, and it's the Teachers Have Class. It's red with gold foiling, and I don't really like red, but I just love that the statement is so cheesy. It's beautiful. I just love it. It's so silly. And then this little apple's really cute too, and I love the font choices. I love this. But I didn't have an arc bound system or a Happy Planner, so there wasn't any point in purchasing this. Anyways, I purchased this on Amazon. I couldn't really find it in store. I did see it in the clearance section at Michael's, of course, after I've purchased it on Amazon. So do look out for it. They are kind of going out though, so check your clearance sections or check Amazon to see if they still have this, because I really think it's cute. But I also needed two, because I needed one for the pages that I'm not using and one for the pages that I am. And I saw this Martha Stewart Discbound notebook cover, and oh my goodness, this color is just so pretty, and then these rings are beautiful. But there's a problem with this. One, these rings are about 3/4 of an inch, and this cover takes up so much of those rings. So these rings wouldn't do. But what I do like about this is that, one, it comes with a pocket folder, which is nice. And this definitely will hold letter size paper, because you can see how much it's spilling into the book. And then it also has all these notes pages that I can use for my own planner if I would want to. It also has the little pen holder that I don't tend to use, but it's good to have. And then it also has a pocket on this side. So I purchased this. This is probably the one that I'm going to be taking to school. And then if I get bored, I'll switch it out for the red one. But either way, I love it. And it also has the little band to hold the pages together. While I was at Staples, I also looked in the clearance section. Always look in the clearance section. And they had these disc-bound rulers, and they're kind of like little tabs that sticks out on the top. And these were only $1. So I actually purchased 2 of these. I don't know if I'm going to keep both or if I'm going to give one to a friend, but I just really like that. One, it's a ruler that has both centimeters and inches, and then it fits the notebook like the full size, letter size arc bound system, and it has the tab feature, so I don't have to use paper clips, because I use paper clips right now, but I don't like how it bends my pages, so I think I'm definitely gonna like that better. So as I mentioned before, I had an issue with the rings. First off, these rings are too small, and two, I just really don't like arc bound system rings. It's just an eyesore. It just does not, even with the chrome ones, like I'm bearing with it because it's chrome, but I'd really rather have a spiral. But I'm gonna have to suck it up and deal with it if I want to have the arc bound system. So at first I was looking at Happy Planner rings because they are the arc bound system that I'm most familiar with, but I really don't like how cheap they look. Like you would think I would love things with little heart motifs on it, and the little heart cutout would be something that I'm totally into, but for some reason it just does not work with me, and I don't like how it looks and how cheap it looks. And so I was trying to look for 1-inch rings that I can use to replace for this notebook so that I would make sure to have enough space for my pages. But I could not find Martha Stewart brand like chrome finish plastic 1-inch expansion rings. So what I did find were some from Office Depot. Now these are from TUL or Tool, I guess. So these are 1-inch discs. And they're plastic, but you can tell that although they're silver, they're definitely not in a chrome finish. And these were limited edition. Again, I found this in the clearance section at Office Depot. Look in the clearance section. And so I bought these and I kind of put it next to it, like it'll do, like it's close enough. And then I wanted to find ones that would work for this planner, but then the gold ones that they had when it was a matte gold and not like a chrome finish gold, it really did not look good with this. And so what I got instead were these clear rings. And again, these are plastic, but they don't have the little mini part, and the logo is in the center, but it's really inconspicuous. So I went with these, but it still bothered me that I could not get this chrome finish ring. So Staples sent me a coupon for $30 off a $60 purchase, and I needed to purchase my arc punch. So I went ahead and went online, looked for those punches, and I got the massive Staples brand arc punch. This thing is huge. It's ginormous. And again, it's really easy to punch with it, but it is so big. But this is originally retailing for over $50, which I think is ridiculous. And when I happened to initially look it up on Amazon, it was only like $33, but then the day after it went up to I think about $45, and I think currently it's at like $40, and the price is just changing. And so I figured if I'm getting a $30 off coupon, then it kind of sets me at the price point of what it was when I first saw it for the cheapest price on Amazon. So I purchased this, but I needed to fill my cart. This on its own was not enough to use the coupon. And then I also wanted free shipping. So I ended up purchasing 2 more Martha Stewart products. So these are the Martha Stewart project organizers, and these come with 1-inch rings. It comes with 4 different little pocket holders, and that's it. It's got like a really sturdy cover. It's actually kind of like a soft finish, which I don't like because I feel like you'll get fingerprints really easily and it'll get dirty. Like I feel like dust would cling to it. But either way, I'm not planning on using this cover. But it comes with 1-inch rings, and these are the chrome finish rings. So I got this one, and I needed to purchase more to get free shipping, so I got this one as well. So these were perfect for the purposes that I have. The gold ones I will put with my Teachers Have Class cover, and the silver ones I'll put with my Martha Stewart one that's just a little too narrow for me. So that's why I purchased these. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these from their rings so that I can use my covers on them. Now, I'll be honest, I've never done this before, so this is not really a tutorial. This is just me showing you my experience doing this. If the lighting keeps changing, it's because I'm sitting on the floor of my kitchen next to the window, trying to get as much natural light as I can. Oh, these are nice and sturdy. So I'm gonna save this. I might use this with the clear rings. I think this will actually look really nice with the clear rings. Maybe for a friend if I decide to print some planners for friends again like I did last year. Okay, so these I've removed from the rings. Now you'll see these rings are not flawless, right? Like there's marks on them. They're not the prettiest of the bunch. I'm just gonna keep the ones that look really nice on the edge because that's the part that I will see. I like the finish on this one. That one's pretty clean. And this one too. Let's set those aside. These will go in the middle somewhere. Let's remove this one as well. Now you're probably wondering, like, how much money did this lady spend on starting up a planner? And I'll be honest, I spent way more than I had planned. But I'm really hoping that if I like the arc-bound system, that then I won't have to repurchase all of these things. Because the biggest of these purchases was really the punch. The punch was very expensive. And so that's kind of the main purchase out of all of these things. Like these all were really small purchases that I know they all add up, but the big one was the punch here. Now I know there's the option for metal rings, but they're so expensive. And I just can't justify purchasing like expensive rings. Like I don't know how sturdy my planner needs to be that I'm going to need metal rings to hold it together. So I had metal coils last year and I think that that'll be fine. All right, here, these look much better. They don't look as gross as those ones. Now again, I want to take these pages out carefully because I do want to use these for my own planner if I can. I don't know how many pages of notes there were included in this, but there are a lot. All right, so now let's put these rings on here. Now I'm gonna go with the ones that I liked on the edges first. So I put these on because these ones had a clean kind of finish for those. These are actually a lot easier to put on than I imagined. I imagined myself fumbling with this, but you know what? I could have just jinxed myself right now and I might have a ton of trouble putting these on. I have issues with things all being in the same direction, so there's a number on each of these. And I want the number side to all face the same direction. I have issues. Like Legos. I look at how Lego is printed on the text of all the pieces and I make sure that as much as I can, I line them up when I build Legos. I promise I don't have issues. I'm just very particular about certain things that I can control. If I can control it, I will try to keep it as neat as I can. This part of the covers it feels very sturdy but also flexible, so I don't feel like I'm gonna break it by sticking these rings in. Yay! Okay, so this is ready to have pages. Let me move some of these things over. Let's put the gold rings on this one. Again, I'm choosing the ones that I like to all face the same direction. Yeah, these are looking really dirty. Like they got wet or something, but it's okay. Can't really see them anyways. I'm finding this plastic to be a lot less flexible than the Martha Stewart plastic, and so it's kind of hard to get these rings in. Ooh. Ooh, yeah, these were definitely harder to stick on than these were, and I think it has to do with the plastic that's here. This one was much more flexible than this one was. There we go. All right, ooh, that looks so nice. I know it doesn't match perfectly, but it looks so much better than that matte gold finish that I found at Office Depot. This looks so much better. And this looks really nice too. All right, so I have my covers ready for my pages, and now I just need to get my pages together. So here I have printed all of the pages for my planner for this year. Now, my pages are a little more customized than the ones that you would find in the product. Now, the last thing that's included in your planner document are these labels for index tabs. These are for these insertable tabs that I use on my planner. So my planner from last year, you'll see that I have these tabs. These are awesome. Like, they totally hold up. The pages, the little slips don't slip out. It's amazing. This has made my planner so much easier to use, and they don't wear out. They're not stickers. They're not, you know, they're not just some flimsy piece of plastic. It's a sturdy piece of plastic that's meant to hold up. So these fit perfectly into these little tabs here. So you can just use your paper cutters, cut these up and insert them. Now, if you don't want the colors, I included a black and white version, but if you want the colors to match your planner, you can use this one. Now, there were other options for this that I looked into before getting my planner, and that was these Avery Alter tabs and these Post-it filing tabs. My issue with these are they are huge. They take up so much space and they stick out so much. It's just an eyesore. And so let me show you for comparison. Like, look how big this is compared to how small these are. So I really like it being small. So these are nice. They're really sturdy and the colors are cute too, but it just does not work for me. These are great as well. They're really sturdy. They're double-sided. I actually use them to separate out my checklists based on what block class that I taught. But you'll see that they did kind of fray. They did get a little dirty because they are paper-based. It kind of feels like paper that has tape on both sides, like Scotch tape on both sides. So you can still write on them, but it's not as nice as these tabs here. I love these tabs. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut these out and then stick them into my tabs. I hope I have enough because these are my leftovers from last year. If not, I'm gonna have to order more, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut these out. So this is my really old and dingy Fiskars paper cutter, but you know what? It gets the job done. It's not super accurate, but you know what? It's good enough. And I'll just use scissors if it's really off. Oh, that was a clean cut. Woo, that's satisfying. Now, tip. I am not going to cut off this section so that I can file this in this way and not have to worry about getting too close to the edge there. Now these tabs come with like a printable page, but I noticed that it's just easier to print, and I can print these in color to match. So these are the tabs here, and they open up like this. They don't open up all the way, and then I'm just going to insert those after, but I'm just going to set these aside. So with these tabs, I'm going to have to fold them in half. I did include the fold line for you to be able to kind of keep track. And so I finished setting aside all of the tabs, and I have also pulled out all of the pages that are going to be tabbed. So they are generally all the cardstock pages, unless you added some more pages to be on cardstock. And so here are the tabs. I honestly don't think I have enough, especially since I added more months to this planner. We'll see how far I can get. So what you do is these tabs have these two white kind of covers that are covering the sticky parts. And you can sandwich this in, and you can really like get it in as far as you can. And then once you have it in place, you're going to remove the sticky portion. So you're going to remove that sticky portion here. And as it's in its tightest position, you're going to lay it down flat. So then it's stuck on this side, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. There you go. Okay. And then you're done. And then so this is for my yearly plan. So I'm just going to stick in this little insert, and voila, it's finished. Now the reason why I'm going to do all of these at once is so that I can line them up so that I can see the months for each one. Now this year, since I did add more months, last year I was able to stack my months together so that I had the full year on one edge, but I have 2 more months that I've added in, both at the front and on the end. So it's definitely not going to fit in this way, so I'm just going to go ahead and put it kind of like how I did for these guys, where the full tab shows all the way, as opposed to just part of it. This is how it looks so far. Look how nice they are. Okay, April's a little off, but you know what? It's not bad. Oh no, April and March are off. That's totally gonna bother me. But you know what? I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. It's too late. It's too late. Oh, how did that happen? It's okay. It's okay. If anything, since I'm buying another pack, I could reprint those pages. But that means I have to reprint all 4 of these. Oh, my OCD side's gonna kill me. But I have 3 tabs left. I'm short on. I'll just save these, put them aside for now. And then now let's start to bind this together. Finally, that took forever. All right, so now I've placed all those pages back into the mix, and I'm going to be punching these pages and placing them into my planner folders. So first off, let's punch all of these pages. Now, honestly, I've never punched cardstock on this before, so I'm gonna limit it to 2 pages of cardstock each time I punch. All right, ooh, that punched really clean. So I'll do 2 months at a time. Let's see. Oh, it does not want to take that much. All right, 1 month at a time. so I finished punching. Now I'm going to place it into my planner. Now, I mentioned before that I only plan on keeping one semester in here, which means that the other months I'm going to keep in here, and all the weekly pages I'm going to keep out. So it'll be a little strange because really it's not that many pages difference. Now, because my planner has monthly and then weekly and then monthly and then weekly, in order to keep the months in here, I do have to keep the first end of the weekly and the last bit in order to have the month in here. So it's a little strange, but I think in the end, especially when I start using a lot of stickers, this will all add up. So I definitely have a lot of room left in this planner for now. And again, that's because I've also excluded some pages here. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick these back into this planner. So this one's super empty for now. Again, as I use weekly spreads, I'm gonna put them away. But here, I'm going to add a pocket to the back page. And then I'm also going to add my little weekly tab. Look at how nice! This is so cute. I am just dying. And all of my pages are protected. There's definitely space on all sides to keep my tabs protected, my pages protected. Then I also went ahead and printed out this, but I laminated it. I printed it double-sided and I wanted to stick it in the front. Yeah, let's cut the edges. And then let's touch this. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside and hope that over time those springs will pop back up because I don't want my page stuck in there. Oh my goodness. Here we are. Look how cute this is. I'm just dying. I am over the moon. I'm so happy about this planner decision. I'm so happy that I went with the arc bound system. I think it looks adorable. The pages turn just fine. Look at this. And then I can turn it over like this if I want. Yes, 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 yes. And I love these colors. And these colors go really well with my planner cover too. Definitely won't go well with this cover, but it's okay. It goes well with this cover. And this is going to be currently my main one, as far as I'm aware. Yes, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I'm so excited to share this with you guys. All right, so please head on over to my TpT store at A Random Hello, and you can find me on Instagram as well. I do post mostly just my own little yearbook rantings, but it also sometimes is about my store. And I hope that you found this to be very interesting, or I hope that this planner, if you do decide to purchase it, is very useful for you. I hope that it inspires you to be creative and colorful, and especially if you are a secondary teacher and you just need less spaces and just more space to write, meaning like less topics, and it is a vertical style planner. So I really appreciate any feedback that you can give. I definitely put in a lot of the feedback that I received and changed things for this planner. Again, all of the little logs and things can be found with add-ons, and so you can add on more pages as you need them, more checklists, whatever you need. I've included multiple cover designs in the files that you will receive, and all 3 color options will be available. So again, these are the 3 color options, and all 3 will be available in the store. The one that I'm showing you here is the ice cream pop, but you can definitely try the other color combinations out as well. So please leave a comment below if you have any feedback or ideas that you would like implemented into this planner. And yeah, enjoy. I hope this is so useful to you. I am so excited. I love how this turned out. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, in case you were wondering, I was able to get my laminated cover page out, whatnot, but look, if I pop this in, look how cute. I'm just dead. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at it. It's so cute. I'm so excited. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting my shop. And yeah, I look forward to using this planner. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys how your experiences have been with this planner. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next year, but I'll think about that as I use this one. But awesome. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.